What's up, guys? This is Slicknick Gaming, and welcome back to the 2026 Amiibo March Madness. This time, it is the round of 32, the second official round of the tournament. We have already lost half of the fighters. At the end of today, the competition will be cut in half again. These are the 32 fighters who made it out of the preliminaries and the first round. I already told you guys the matchups yesterday, so without further ado, let's pull up the official bracket once again. Alright, here we go, finally. Now, as I promised, this is the final bracket of this tournament. I've moved the winners from the round of 64 into this bracket, which will be the bracket that we use for the rest of the tournament. Alright. Let's start the second round. I know it says round 1, but this is round 2. Well, technically, I mean, if you include the preliminaries, this is round 3. But around here, we like to call it the round of 32. First up, we have KingCrikey taking on Groomsman. I mean, the first round was absolutely insane. And already 3 of the fighters that made the Final Four last year got sent packing in the first round. So it's very likely that we could see all new fighters in the Final Four. But we could also see some people returning from previous years when they went to the Final Four. Either way, we won't find out for another few days. Let's just enjoy the round of 32. I believe this is the furthest Wedding Mario has made it in a tournament. I know for a fact that Rool made it to the Elite 8 at least twice. Or maybe just the once. I don't know. Anyways, he gets the first KO, and Wedding Mario has already lost his first stock. Down comes the icicles. Who will be the first one to advance to the Sweet 16? Man, New Super Mario Bros. U. I did a playthrough of this game a couple of years ago. Kamek is wreaking havoc. I would say Mario technically has... No, he has the home stage advantage on this particular course. Oh, as soon as I say that, he throws the bat. This is the first match of the round of 32. Rool down to a second stock now. Oh, Rool falls! Wedding Mario puts Rool down to his last stock. Uh-oh. King K. Rool again gets stuck under the platform. But luckily, the stage morph helped him. He was very lucky there. And I hope he knows that. Oh, now it's Wedding Mario that self-destructs. It's Wedding Mario that falls now, and it is anybody's game. King K. Rool! Oh my god! Wow, that ended fast. King K. Rool wins it with a footstool. And he will be moving on to the Sweet 16. Wow, what an ending to start the round of 32. And unfortunately, Wedding Mario, it's time for you to go. Thank you for playing. Congrats, King K. Rool. He will be advancing to the Sweet 16 for the first time since 2023. Now for the second match of the round of 32, we have Samus Aran taking on OG Mario. That's the 8-bit Mario.
3, 2, 1, go!
Now it's time for Electroplankton. I just realized I probably should have pulled up the bracket in another window. There we go. Alright. Okay, Rool advances. Samus gets the first KO. The thing about this stage is that they're actually doing the right thing. They're staying on those high platforms. On those high leaves. Electroplankton was actually a Japanese... it was a Japanese... It was a DS game that was only released in Japan. Yeah, it was a DS game that was only released in Japan. It never saw a North American release. I forget exactly what it was about. I know it was pretty weird. But the only reason why Americans know this game exists without having to go treasure hunting, is because this stage was in Super Smash Bros. Brawl. So I think that's pretty much the only reason why people know that that game exists. Why Electroplankton exists. Uh-oh, that water. That's not real water, but... Uh-oh, Samus falls into it as soon as I say it. And now it's tied up at 2. Samus, oh boy. Also, something I should mention really quick. Some of you guys probably did this already. Well, then again, probably not. Almost nobody comments on my videos anymore. If you made a prediction, please keep it on the March Madness trailer where I announced the prediction contest. In case you missed it, back when I did the bracket reveal last Sunday, I said that if you picked the champion, if your pick ends up winning the championship, you would get a shout out at the end of the video, or at the end of the tournament. Oh! How did 8-Bit Mario survive that? But yeah, only comment on the bracket reveal video. Do not comment on any of the other ones if you want to make your pick, because essentially that's cheating, and I do not like cheating around here. I mean, you guys already know how I feel about the Houston Astros. You know that we don't like cheaters around these parts. Seriously, how is this match not over already? Uh-oh. 8-Bit Mario, as soon as I said that. Samus? Oh. But yeah, only make your picks on the bracket reveal video, and make sure you made those picks on the day of. I do not want any late comments. 8-Bit Mario gets stuck under the leaf, and that's the game! If you picked 8-Bit Mario to win the championship, well, I'm sorry. No shout out for you. 8-Bit Mario, thank you for playing. You will be joining the 8-Bit Link up in the rafters. Well, not the rafters, but up on the shelves. Samus moves on. She will be the second one moving on to the Sweet 16, and she will be facing King K. Rool. Alright. Next up, we have Island Boy versus O'Keefe. Villager has made it to the Final Four previously. But other than that, he hasn't really had all that much luck. But that could change this year. He's already made it to the round of 32. I mean, making it out of the first round is an achievement in itself. But every hill that you climb, it gets steeper and steeper as you go up. It's a very steep slope if you want to get to the king of the hill. Or the king of the mountain, actually. And so far, 4 fighters have done that. Including Bowser, who is still in this tournament. He's going to be fighting later. Who's going to win this one? Inkling Girl, on the other hand, I don't really remember her history all that well. Her first tournament... No, she was actually in the first tournament. The very first Amiibo March Madness tournament. And she's been in here every year since. Sorry, I just had to reach behind me to grab something off the shelf. I have a whole shelf of Amiibo behind me. I basically put all the Amiibo who were eliminated in the preliminaries and the first round back on the shelf. But since I'm going to be going away for the Final Four, I'm going to be... Oh! I'm going to be leaving the round of 30... I'm going to be leaving the round of 32 fighters. What was I just going to say? I'm going to be leaving them in a pile on my bed. And I'm going to be taking the Final Four Amiibo with me to Margaritaville. I'm not putting them back on the shelf because I don't want them to get I don't want to accidentally scan in the wrong ones, you know? I want to put them back up on the shelf right after I scan them. Villager just barely misses with the final smash! Oh. Daybreak misses. Of course, they're putting more fucking Virtual Boy on instead of putting more GameCube games. Like, I mean, yeah, they're putting on Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness, but... And that's a pretty good game, but they really should put more in the GameCube library. Inkling girl down to her last stock. Villager still has all three of his stocks, but Inkling Girl is looking to take one away. Inkling Girl brings out the psycho photographer, as I like to call her. Which reminds me, are there any non-binary video game characters? I'm not saying this to be... I'm not saying this in a negative way. I'm being serious. You know... Are there any non-binary video game characters? I guess some Pokemon are non-binary. Uh-oh. Inkling Girl almost got trapped by the chickens. Villager! Oh my god, the match could have easily ended right there. But Inkling Girl was able to fight her way back up. And she gets a kill. 4 minutes left on the clock. Uh-oh, this could be the end. Here comes Lynn. Oh, wow, what a dodge! Inkling Girl with a spectacular dodge from Lynn. As a kid, I always thought she said, "Taste my bacon." But no, it's "Taste my blade." It was either "Taste my bacon" or "Taste my baby," one or the other. Wait, taste baby? Ew! That's gross! Not only gross, but incredibly morbid. Oh my god. Second apology video incoming? I don't know. No, that's serious business. Don't do that. I already had to make one of those. I really do not want to have to make one again. So yeah, my lesson to you all is don't do anything you're going to regret later. Both of them got wasps on them. Both of them played a little too rough with the bees. That's actually an item from the Animal Crossing games, is the beehive. And Villager blows her up.
Villager wins.
And Villager's having some smoked squid tonight. Villager will be moving on to the Sweet 16, and he sends Inkling Girl packing. Next up, we have Larry taking on former champion Excuuuseme, the Smash Series Link. He is one of 3 Links in this tournament, but the other 2 Links have already been knocked out, including the 8-bit Link, who was not only a former champion, but also last year's runner-up. And as I said at the beginning, 3 fighters from last year's Final Four have been knocked out. Bowser is the only one left, and he ended up being the grand champion, as we all know. Did I forget to shut the door? I better not have, because Daisy could come barging in at any moment and scoop up one of the Amiibo, like she did with my Bandana Waddle Dee Amiibo from Kirby Air Riders. That's the reason why I have 2 of them now, because she chewed the other one up beyond recognition, but it still works. Larry down to his 2nd stock now. Larry's turned small. Bob-omb and drill. Wow, that was chaotic. But then what else do you expect? This is March Madness. Of course it's going to be chaotic. The Fountain of Dreams stage. One of the very few legal stages from Melee. Whereas in Smash Ultimate, pretty much every stage is legal as long as you use Omega form. Larry's in big trouble. Down to his last stock. Oh my god! Could Link's revenge tour continue here? Smash ball! Oh, but Larry knocks it out of him. He loses the ball. And now Larry's going after it. Drops the clown car. Oh, but he recovers right into Link's up air. Alright. Larry down to his last stock already, and not really in good health, but Link, he's also not in good health, but he still has all 3 of his stocks. Who is going to win? Both of them winding up. Larry is stuck, and Link takes advantage. And he will be moving on to the Sweet 16 for the first time since 2022. For the first time since the very first Amiibo March Madness, Link will be moving on to the Sweet 16. And unfortunately for Larry, it is time for him to go home. To join, I think 5 of his siblings. Or 4 of his siblings who have already gone home. Alright, so that's 4 matches gone. Alright, next up, we have the reigning champ, Bowser, taking on Mario Toad. Bowser, Not only is he the reigning champion, but he is also the last one out of last year's Final Four that is still in the tournament. Ness, Kirby, and 8-Bit Link were all knocked out in the first round. 8-Bit Link was knocked out in the preliminaries. Of course, now this is the second round. And in Bowser's first match, he just barely scraped by. Like, it was a contest. It really was a contest. And now Bowser's taking on one of the SNG memes in Mario Toad. This is the Find Me stage. It reminds me of when I was 10 years old and I took my 3DS with me to Disney World. And that place was like street past heaven. I must have gotten 30 tags during that weekend alone. I took it to Disney World, I took it to Legoland, I took it to Nickelodeon. Where else did I take it to? I took it to 2 airports. This was back in 2014 at the height of street passing. Technically, Mario Toad does have home field advantage on this stage because he's a Mii fighter. He's one of 5 Mii fighters in this tournament, but 2 of those Mii fighters... Oh, footstool! Bowser gets footstooled! Oh, no! A bad break for the champion. Will Bowser... Oh, wait, no, No, he made it out of the first round, so he's not going to follow in the path of his ancestors, of his predecessors. Sorry, because this is not the first round. This is the second round. Mario Toad, what a shield! Holy crap! I think everybody's on the edge of their seats right now. Myself included. Except I can't move forward because I'm at my desk. And it's kind of cramped in here. Stars up. Who's going to take the Smash Ball? Is anybody going to take the Smash Ball? It's still open. Doesn't look like it. Nope. Oh, Bowser's right there. Nope. Uh-oh, stuck on the platform, and it's a double KO! And it is back to square one for both fighters, but Mario Toad has a full stock lead. Will this be the end for the reigning champ? But who knows? After what happened at the end of last year's tournament, nobody can make any, but nothing is written in stone. That's anything, if there's anything that last year's tournament proved, it's that nothing is ever written in stone. Doesn't matter what it is. Bowser winds up, and he misses. Things are not looking good, guys, for Bowser. Are we going to see 4 new fighters in the Final Four this year? There goes the king. They're barely even attacking each other. They're just hopping next to each other perpendicularly. There's a Dragoon piece just sitting there. Bowser almost falls. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Bowser keeps running into the Dragoon. Will he make it back? No! And Bowser's reign of terror is over. Mario Toad has slayed the dragon, and he will be moving on to the Sweet 16, and that leaves nobody left from last year's Final Four. The reigning champion goes down. Mario Toad has taken out the reigning champion. Congratulations. And unfortunately for Bowser, his reign of terror has come to an end. I don't know how anything's going to top that last one. Alright, next we have Isabelle Rise taking on Wendy. I can't believe it, guys. Bowser is gone. He will not be making it past the second round. After winning the championship last year. Oh, here we are on one of the WarioWare stages. There's a sticker of 5V down there. It wasn't until recently that I actually started getting into, like, really hardcore into WarioWare. I think I talked about this in one of the previous episodes. Oh no, Wendy gets footstooled already. Not even 20 seconds in, and she's already lost a stock. Not a very good start for Wendy. But will this prove fatal? But regardless of Bowser's outcome, he will always... He is now a former champion. He will join the other 3 former champions in the ranks of greatness. That kind of sucks. I was really hoping Bowser would... No, actually, I am really hoping that we see a new winner this year. And most likely we will. I mean, well, Link is still in. He was a former champion, and he was in the very first tournament. Isabelle, oh, the block pile saves her. After she gets busted by 5V. And she knocks out Wendy again. Wendy is down to her last stock. My eyes are starting to get dry. I really hope this... I actually did have pink eye when I started playing WarioWare for the first time. I better not be coming down with something because I actually am supposed to leave for Margaritaville in 2 days. Tomorrow... Oh, no! Wendy gets footstooled twice by Isabelle. And she will be not going to the Sweet 16. Isabelle will be advancing to the Sweet 16. And she will be taking on Mario Toad. Wow, a 3-stock. That is not something you see every day, guys. Next, we have Pink Yarn Yoshi. Pinky taking on Gears. Rob won the very first Amiibo tournament we ever had. Back when my collection only had 32 Amiibo. We actually held our very first Amiibo March Madness tournament in 2022. The first tournament I ever held was not a March Madness tournament. In fact, it was held over Labor Day weekend in 2020. Right at the height of the pandemic. Who will be the next one moving on to the Sweet 16? Rob gets the final smash. And he traps Pink Yoshi. And Pink Yarn Yoshi will be knocked out first. She will be the first one to lose a stock this time. Just over 2 minutes in. This is going a lot slower than the previous match, I'll tell you that. Isabelle took quick work of Wendy in the last match. I can already tell this round is going to be a lot shorter than the round of 64. Then again, the rounds are always getting shorter every time because the competition reduces by half at the end of every round. Because everybody who lost is out of the tournament now. Oh, there goes my alarm to take my nighttime pills to go to sleep. That's my alarm to go start getting ready for bed. But I'm not going to be going to bed anytime soon because we're not even halfway through the second round, the round of 32. We're not even halfway done yet. We've still got a long way to go. I know there was a lot of action packed into this first half. But we're not even halfway done yet. There's still a long way to go. Oh, there's the nuke. Nobody's getting that. Now it is dead even, 1-1. It is back to the drawing board, ladies and gentlemen. Rob gets the smash ball again. Will he win it this time? Looks like he's facing the wrong way. Yup. Pink Yarn Yoshi manages to dodge it. And in the end, not a whole lot of damage done. Oh man, watch out for that beam. I don't even need to say anything. You guys already know that that beam is dangerous. That beam is extremely dangerous. And if you're not careful, you'll get blown away. Rob grabs the sword. Man, it is really sad to see Bowser go, because I personally had a lot of fun creating storylines around him. Not that these matches are rigged, they are not rigged in any form, but I just had a lot of fun creating storylines around Bowser. And Pink Yarn Yoshi will also be going home. Rob moves on to the Sweet 16. And he's looking to do it all again. Pink Yarn Yoshi, the last Yarn Yoshi remaining in the tournament, will be going back on the shelf. Man, that match was almost 8 minutes. One of the slowest ones of this tournament so far. But we still have the other Bowser to worry about. We got Vert taking on Bauman. Of course, Bauman is named after John Bowser Bauman from Sha Na Na. And I was very surprised to learn recently that Bowser from Sha Na Na was not the namesake, nor was he the inspiration for the Super Mario Bros. Character Bowser. The two of them had absolutely no relation, unless there's something that Miyamoto is not telling us. Because personally, I could see a lot of resemblances between the two characters. Honestly, I really can. And I certainly know I'm not the only one. My dad sees it too. I asked my friend the Twiking about it, and he said, "Oh! Oh! Well, there's the Bob-Bombs." I asked my friend Alex about it, and he said that he only remembered Bowser from Sha Na Na because he was very briefly, he was the host of Hollywood Squares. At least I'm pretty sure that was the... No, was it Hollywood Squares or $20,000 Pyramid? If he was watching this video, he could probably answer in the comments. I've been friends with the Twiking a long time, and I know for a fact that easily his biggest obsession is game shows. Like TV and radio game shows. That's the reason why he knows who the Marx Brothers were, and he and I were able to relate on that, among other things. Because if you know me very well, you know I'm a huge fan of the Marx Brothers. Almost as big as that explosion we saw just now. Uh-oh. The map's turned upside down. But don't flip your computer monitor upside down, or else you might break it. If you use your phone, just don't forget to put it on screen lock before you flip it over. I mean, seriously, you can watch YouTube on anything these days. You can watch it on your computer, you can watch it on your laptop, your phone, your iPad. Heck, you can even you can watch it on your Xbox, your PlayStation, your Steam Deck. Heck, you could even watch it on your Nintendo Switch. But unfortunately, they did not bring the app. They have not brought the app back to the Nintendo Switch 2 yet. Which is a shame, because for some reason my mom's cable company does not provide, at least not a very good version of YouTube. So I won't be able to watch YouTube using her cable box. Lately, I've just been using my Switch to watch YouTube on her TV. You can watch YouTube on your TV, too. I forgot about that. You can watch YouTube on your TV. You can watch YouTube pretty much anywhere now. It's crazy. Uh-oh! Oh my god! Wow! What a recovery by the great Inkling Squid! He makes the recovery and knocks out Wedding Bowser. A 2-for-1. Holy crap! That recovery was sweet! But unfortunately, Bauman is now down to his last stock. But now Bowser has tied it up. Wedding Bowser has tied this match up quickly. He is very upset after how he lost that last stock. Oh, now it's in reverse. Now you can't even tell which Smash Ball is real or not. I love this stage because it's so crazy, like the things that these Pokemon can do. These are all legendary Pokemon, by the way. That reminds me, what did you guys use your Master Ball on? Personally, I never used any of my Master Balls! Oh no! Yeah, I had a feeling Wedding Bowser wasn't going to make it very far in this tournament. But now both Bowsers are gone. And the Green Inkling Squid will be advancing to the Sweet 16. And with that, my friends, we are officially halfway through the round of 32. We are not stopping the video here. We are going to keep on going. The only reason why I stopped at the halfway point last time was because the round of 64 was so freaking big. And I did not want to make a video that would go over 3 hours. I already did that once. I'm not doing it again. Alright, next up we have Lemmy taking on Toadstool, the original Peach. The round of 32 is already halfway over. And now we have Peach and Lemmy duking it out on Duck Hunt. And both the ducks flew away. We got both classic video game characters going on a classic video game stage. But who really has the home field advantage on this stage? Nobody. Oops. Lemmy, oh god. And Peach will be knocked out first. As I said before, Lemmy has had a pretty good history in these tournaments. The furthest he ever made it was the Elite 8. He has never been to a Final Four, but he has made it to the Elite 8, I think at least once, maybe twice. No, just once. He's only made it once. Lemmy and Ludwig are the last two surviving Koopalings in this tournament. Everybody else has gone home. Uh-oh, Peach? I want to say I have something going on tomorrow morning, but I don't remember what it is. Peach is down to her last stock now. The furthest wedding Peach has made it was the Sweet 16. Yeah, I kind of had a feeling Wedding Bowser wasn't going to make it very far, because this is only his first tournament. This is only his first major tournament. Like his first one-on-one tournament. He's been in a couple tournaments, but none of them were one-on-one. He wasn't selected for the New Year's Day tournament. So he's not really all that familiar with one-on-one combat. Even though that's how he was trained. I'm not really sure how that affects the way the fighter is trained. But then again, I have no idea. Also, I am not getting the Virtual Boy on Switch. I am not getting it. You know, I really wish I hadn't gotten rid of my, Actually, no. What am I saying? I'm glad I got rid of it. Because VR has never really been my thing. And Lemmy moves on. He points ahead towards the Sweet 16. He is the first Koopaling so far to move on. And as for Peach, unfortunately, just like all the other tournaments, Peach is not really successful this time around. Unfortunately, she will be going home in the second round. Thank you for playing. Oh, this is going to be a big one. We got Buzz taking on Hellraiser, the new and improved Ganondorf. I have no idea what's going to happen with these two fighters. Absolutely zero idea. I mean, Ganondorf was the second to last. He's the last figure I ever bought. And he's also he's also one of the last fighters I trained before this tournament. You may remember I went through a phase where I absolutely hated Ganondorf. And honestly, I'd rather not get into that, but anyways, Ganondorf is back, and he is thirsty for blood. Absolute, it is unquenchable thirst for blood. After he was done really bad in the last two tournaments. And by that I mean he wasn't even allowed to participate. This is a different Ganondorf amiibo than the one I had before. Because the one I had before him I actually destroyed. With firecrackers and a BB gun. I actually shot his head clean off. With a BB gun. With my dad's old hunting gun. It's not actually, like a hunting gun. It's a BB gun that he uses to chase squirrels away. To stop squirrels from getting into the bird feeders. Oh, that's right, and the Pikmin can pick up items for you. Uh-oh, Ganondorf. Oh, he makes it back. Oh, I thought for sure he was going to die there. But then again, never count Ganondorf out. We have learned that lesson the hard way. We have already learned that lesson the hard way. Ganondorf gets blown up. Oh, no! He was lucky the first time, just not the second time. But he answers right away, and now Olimar's down to his last stock. Why isn't he picking it up? It's right there. One of your Pikmin were holding on to it. These Amiibo can be so stupid sometimes. That's why I love these tournaments. It's just because the Amiibo can just act so stupid. As we've seen previously in this tournament. I can't believe we are down to 23 Amiibo now. After we are now halfway through the round of 32. Just over halfway. Olimar's in big trouble. 2 little mini combos. Will he make it back? Ganondorf tried to footstool him. Oh, no! Smashes him into the side of the ship. Oh, man. Olimar is on his last legs. What's going to happen here? Oh, my God. I mean, Ganondorf still has... Uh-oh. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I mean... When you're watching a match with Ganondorf, expect to have at least one heart attack. Because with Ganondorf, he just leaves you in suspense all the time. Every single time, he manages to leave everybody in the audience in pure suspense. It's always very real with Ganondorf. And the smash ball goes away. Will that cost him? Will that cost Ganondorf? Or will it cost Olimar? Olimar dodges the sword swipe. And that is it! Ganondorf finally gets the killing blow. And he will be moving on. Hellraiser. If he wasn't back before, he's definitely back now. On to the Sweet 16. Funky Koopa taking on Moritz. This is the furthest Falco has made it in a tournament. I believe every single year he always gets knocked out early. I can't seem to remember him ever making it into the later rounds. Same with Funky Koopa, really. I've never seen Funky Koopa make it past the Sweet 16 in either one of the tournaments he was in. Then again, I could be completely wrong. Falco with a big swipe there. A lot of build-up, but no explosion. I just thought of something really sus. I'm not going to say it here. I just thought of something really sus. What is this? Special weather? Is it raining or snowing? Make up your mind, Mother Nature. Okay. Sorry, I just had to look up something very quick. Yeah, a lot of surprises in this second round. I definitely did not see a lot of these fighters winning. But then again, there's still plenty of matches left to go, including this one. We are just over halfway through the round of 32. After this round is the Sweet 16, which will be taking place tomorrow. Exactly what time, I'm not sure when. I didn't even announce the times in the bracket reveal. That's how open this whole thing is. Falco loses his first stock already. Finally, somebody loses a stock. It's been 4 minutes. Looks like we got ourselves another slow one on our hands. It's Funky Koopa taking his sweet time while he has possession of the Smash Ball. Not exactly the best strategy, but finally he lets go. And he clips right through the barrel. Falco survives somehow, even though they were on that high ledge. And Falco knocks him out immediately. Wow. 5.5 minutes left, and both fighters have lost their first stock. The longest match we have seen so far went on for almost 8 minutes. Oh, Funky Koopa. Not a very wise decision there. Threw the launch star up on the high platform and then jumped right into it. Is it even still there? Doesn't look like it. Then again, if it was still there, it would be slightly off camera. Or half of it would be off camera. Falco's got 2 stocks. Funky Koopa has 1. Who will be the next one to move on to the Sweet 16? There's Eevee. I might record some Pokemon today. I am using 2 Switches right now. I'm using the Switch 1. I'm using the Switch 1 right now to record this tournament rather than the Switch 2 because in reality, there's not really much different with the Switch 1 and the Switch 2 when you're using the TV like I'm doing now. Because no matter which console you use, it comes out the same on the capture card. The only problem is the game runs slightly different, and there's more waiting times on the Switch 1 than there is on the Switch 2. In a lot of ways, Switch 2 games run... The games run a lot smoother on the Switch 2. Excuse me. And I usually find myself using the Switch 2 a lot more. But this time I'm using the Switch 1. And also, this is the very same Switch 1 that I have used for all of the March Madness tournaments. Every single one. All 5 of the Amiibo March Madness tournaments on this channel were recorded on the same console. How's that for a crazy stat? Yeah, how's that for a crazy March Madness stat? Every single tournament has been recorded on the same console. The same Switch 1. Uh-oh, Falco! This match is tied! What the hell happened there? I was just talking earlier about how stupid these Amiibo can be. Falco threw the bird, and then he jumped right into it. That was so stupid. Alright. Looks like Funky Koopa's got the nuke. Is it going to go off in his hand? Looks like it's going to. And this game's over. 'Tis but a scratch for Falco. He wins our longest match yet. I'm sorry if you guys decided to fast forward through that. There are timestamps in the description, and they show up as chapters on the screen. There are chapters in this video based on timestamps that I put in the description of all of these episodes. Anyways, Falco moves on, and for the first time in his career, he will be advancing to the Sweet 16. As for Funky Koopa, unfortunately, history has repeated itself, and he will be going home. This is the matchup I was making fun of yesterday before the end of the video. We have Fartacus taking on Bridesmaid. And yeah, I meant it when I said I'd be pretty scared too if I had to fight Wario. Doesn't matter what round it is.
One, go!
After this match, we will be 3/4 of the way through the round of 32. I can't believe the round of 32 is already almost over. Well, then again, each round gets shorter as the tournament goes on. So if you think the tournament's speeding up, that's because it is. It is speeding up. I mean, obviously there was no evidence of that in the last matchup, as Wario slices Peach in half with the lightsaber. Both fighters are down to their second stock. This is a much faster match than last time, that's for sure. The last match, it ended at the last match went just about 8 minutes, that is easily the longest match of the tournament so far. Maybe I should play some Madden. I'm not sure. Maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't. But I am kind of footballed out right now because, I mean, we just had the Super Bowl. So I am kind of footballed out for right now. Peach down to her last stock. Uh-oh, fake smash ball. There's 2 smash balls in the air. They hit the fake one first. There's the real one. Who's gonna get the real smash ball? Wedding Peach. Wario falls straight down and goes to sleep. He sleeps like a rock. Wedding Peach with the golf club and ties it up at 1-all. And we are back to the drawing board, back to square one. As both fighters have next to no damage, with 1 stock remaining. If Wario wins this, he will go to the Sweet 16 for the first time. But if Wedding Peach wins it, she will be going back to the Sweet 16 after making it to the Sweet 16 last year. So far, a lot of my favorites have gotten eliminated. But I guess that's to be expected. I mean, only one Amiibo can be the Grand Champion. competition was already cut in half once. It's about to be cut in half again. Deku Nut. With the way Wario's mouth is, it's hard to tell. Like... Because Wario's basically got no gums, it's kind of... Sometimes it's kind of hard to see, like, the expression on his face. Oh, Peach is frozen solid. Manages to dodge the second frame. Dodges the third. Pow block. This could be it. There's the bike. Oh, explosion. The bike explodes and parts go everywhere. Of course, Wario can just spawn bikes out of thin air. That's how it goes for him. Wario, this could be the end. Both fighters have a lot of damage. Oh! Wedding Peach pulls off the shocker. Yes, you did win, Wedding Peach, and you'll be moving on to the Sweet 16. Wario had the Smash Ball, but Peach just said, nope, you're not advancing any further. Wow, what a twist ending there. Wow, what a twist there at the end. We have Broken taking on Roshi. Two very similar sounding names. We are now 3/4 of the way through the round of 32.
3, 2, 1, go!
It's almost 11:15. It's currently 10:37 p.m. when I'm recording this. Omnivore of the Year versus the Masked Swordsman. That's one of the things I love about this stage, is the ring names that this game comes up with. That's one of the reasons why I love Boxing Ring so much. I just wish it wasn't the same music over and over, you know what I mean? Yeah, remember when I said I was going to be done at 10 o'clock? Well, that was a fallacy. Red Yoshi loses his first stock. It's Roshi now, actually. That's actually the original Smash series Yoshi. And now it's tied up at 1. No, tied up at 2, sorry. This match has been very slow for both guys. This time I'm doing the whole round without stopping. I know in the previous two videos I took a break when we were halfway through the presentation. But I decided not to do that this time. Yoshi is trapped in Swirlix's magic. Boom! Down goes the lights. And down goes Meta Knight. He's down to his last stock. Either way, one of these fighters will be advancing to the Sweet 16 for the first time. Yoshi, as you might remember, was one of my stepdad's favorites in the first tournament. Okay. I'm probably going to need a bigger whiteboard after this match is over. I'm probably going to need a bigger whiteboard so I can paint the rest of the bracket. I mean, seriously, I don't know how I'm going to fit that whiteboard in the truck when we go to Margaritaville Thursday. The video's going up on Monday, but I'm actually leaving on Thursday. And I'm going to be staying overnight there. Red Yoshi down to his last stock now. This could go to anybody. Oh my god. Red Yoshi was being double teamed. This could be a massive comeback for Meta Knight. No, it's not. Actually, yes, it is. No, it's not. Wow, I lost track of this match very quickly. Anyways, Meta Knight is gone. He is the last of the Kirby Amiibo left in the tournament. And Yoshi will be representing his fellow Yoshis in the Sweet 16. I think it was the new identity that did it for him. Did I move the wrong guy on? Hang on a second. Sorry about that, guys. There was a little bit of confusion. I have a digital bracket open on Challenge that I was going to use to keep track of the round of 64. So that way there weren't any screw-ups when I moved the fighters around. And for some reason, even though Ludwig won the last match, I put King DDD ahead by mistake. So that's been taken care of. Even though I did put Ludwig miraculously in this tournament, in the Smash bracket I have, which is the regular bracket, the bracket that you guys see, Ludwig is there. So there was a little bit of confusion. I actually had to go back and look at the footage. But yes, everything's fixed now, miraculously. Now we've got two cards going against each other. Ludwig versus Chili Dog. We got Ludwig the Koopaling going up against one of the rookies. the Isabelle card put up a clutch performance in the last round. Let's see what she can do this time against Ludwig, who is in the round of 32 for the first time ever. After taking out King Dedede. I don't know how I'm gonna tell my dad about what happened to Bowser, because he picked Bowser to win again. Just like he picked Bowser to win last year in the Final Four. How am I gonna break it to him? Well, then again, he probably heard it because he's downstairs. He could probably hear me from downstairs. It's almost 11 o'clock. I'm getting tired. I just want to take my meds and go to sleep. Maybe take a shower too. It's been a long day. This reminds me a lot of when I recorded the round of 32 last year. Last year when I recorded the round of 32, I had just gotten back from spending the whole day visiting family because I was on my spring break from college. So we took advantage of that time by going to visit some relatives. But now I'm out of school. Typically, I record this tournament during the second week of March and have it go up during the third week. This time, now that I'm out of school, I actually have a lot more freedom over when I can record these, and just when I can record in general. Except I will no longer be able to record at my mother's house for reasons I will be going into later. I recorded one last video there with my camera before I left, but that video won't be going up until the beginning of April. I recorded this year's Easter All-Star game at the end of February with the camera, just because I didn't want the camera to go out. I wanted the camera to go out in style because a lot of my material that I filmed up until last year was filmed using the camera. The very same camera that I used when I was starting SlickNick Gaming. You see, before I got my first capture card, I recorded all my videos using a flip camera. Or not really a flip camera, but it was a tiny little movie camera, a digital movie camera that I got for my 13th birthday. And it still works. It just has to be plugged in all the time because the battery is just so weak. I could use it again, but I would have to replace the battery because the battery is so weak and everything from it being plugged in all the time. Because the reason why I had it plugged in all the time... Oh! Ludwig takes advantage of the stage. A clever play there by Ludwig. And now both fighters are down to their last stock with no damage. Anyways, the camera had to be plugged in constantly because it would turn off in the middle of recording. And I realized, now that I'm out of school and looking for work, that I should definitely, you know, start improving my my content. And the first step I took was getting rid of the camera and switching to the capture card permanently. Because I was already doing stuff with the capture card. Like, I recorded DS games on the Wii U because the Wii U released DS games on Virtual Console. And I also played through some Switch games, and I used the capture card for some of those videos. But it wasn't until last summer that I switched into it full time, and Ludwig will be moving on to the Sweet 16. Yeah, I had a feeling that the Isabelle card wouldn't make it very far either. But I'm very impressed with with these two new rookies, the Isabelle card and the Wedding Bowser. I'm very impressed with both of them, but they just could not. They just couldn't get it done this year. But I can't wait to see what they do in next year's. I can't wait to see what they do in next year's tournament. Just like I can't wait to see what Ludwig does in the Sweet 16. This is the first time ever that Ludwig is advancing to the Sweet 16. So congratulations to him. Next up, we have Goldfinger taking on Blue Daisy, the runner-up of the 2024 March Madness. But she has not made it to the Final Four since that tournament. In fact, last year she got knocked out, I believe, in either the first or the second round. Gold Mario, on the other hand, he hasn't really had his fair share of success either. Silver Mario, the silver counterpart, made it to the Sweet 16 one year. Exactly which year, I don't remember. I just know that the Silver Mario made it to the Sweet 16 at least once. But as for Daisy, she actually made it to the championship. She made it all the way to the championship in 2024, only to get beaten by 8-Bit Link. Now that a lot of the favorites are gone, I can't wait to see who wins this tournament. I can't wait to see who wins this tournament now that a lot of the favorites are gone. I mean, look at the field right now. Bowser's gone. The Wedding Bowser's gone. Pink Yarn Yoshi is gone. Funky Koopa's gone. I mean, a lot of the favorites have been knocked out. In both this round and especially in the first round. There were upsets galore in the first round. And the preliminaries. Waluigi wreaking havoc in the city of Wonnet. Also, I forgot to mention, this is the penultimate match of the round of 32, meaning this is the second to last. Shout out to my old English teacher for teaching me that word. Gold Mario loses his first stock after 2.5 minutes. Only to respond immediately after. Now it's back to the drawing board, both with 2 stocks and minimal damage. Now they're behinding. They're behinding. What are they behinding? They're fighting behind the yellow house. They're behinding? That sounds really suggestive. They're behinding. That's a lot funnier than it should be. Anyways, Daisy grabs the healing ball. Or the healing sticker, and now she's back down to 0. While the Gold Mario has 47 damage. Both have 2 stocks. So 7 of the Sweet 16 matchups have already been decided. Now these last two fights will determine the final Sweet 16 matchup. Oh, Togepi darkens the whole stage. The whole stage fades to black. I've never seen Togepi do that before. Man, it is almost 11 o'clock. Yeah, remember when I said I was going to be done at 10 o'clock? Yeah, I was wrong. I had some stuff to do to prepare for the round of 32, including making last-minute additions to the whiteboard. Man, now I'm going to have to get some spray. Like, I might have to get a spray can of water. I don't know where I can find a spray can, honestly. Like one of those spray bottles that I'm not sure where I could find one. Oh my god! Oh! What the hell was Daisy thinking? There was a landmine and a bomb right where she was standing, and she swatted them both with her golf club. That might cost her the match. Nope, it won't. Daisy did not deserve to win that. I'm sorry. She did not deserve to win this battle. I mean, Michael's going to be very happy. She has plenty of fans in the audience. But, honestly, I am not very impressed. I'm sorry, Gold Mario. It's time for you to go home. And I believe that was the last remaining Mario in the tournament. That was the last Mario. And he lost to a total airhead. All right, now it is time for the final match of the round of 32. This one is going to be between Lila and WarioWare. This will decide who will be taking on Daisy in the Sweet 16. Oh, Wario gets the stage advantage. WarioWare gets the stage advantage. Oh my god. I should probably play some WarioWare after this. I do have some WarioWare games in my collection. I have the Game Boy one, which is part of the Nintendo Switch 2 virtual library, the Nintendo Switch 2 online library. That's actually what turned me on to WarioWare, was finding that game. Don't move. Yeah, right. Like they're gonna stop moving there.
Out of my way.
Each character is actually had a variation of their song added that's exclusive to Smash Brothers. That's something I learned a couple of years ago, actually. In the WarioWare games, Ashley's song sounds a lot different. It's more like a march compared to Super Smash Brothers, where it's this jazzy, upbeat song. And I want to say Mike's song is different too, which is the song that's playing right now. But I definitely know for sure that Ashley had a very unique song to this game. A very unique rendition. I mean, it was the same song, just a different rendition. WarioWare down to his last stock. Looks like having the home stage is not really working in his favor this time around. Now it's time to jump. Man, we've seen a lot of great matches in round 3. You gotta be careful when it comes back out to the lobby, because if you're not careful, the stage will drop out between both of you. Oh, and also, one of the perks about this stage, WarioWare finally gets his first KO of the match. One of the perks of this stage is if you win a micro game, you get a certain benefit. Either you'll turn metal, like you saw there, or you'll regain a little health. You'll turn big. You might turn invincible for a little while. Which I think is the reason why a lot of people hate this stage. Just because of that. Personally, I love this stage. Oh no! Inkling Squid falls straight down. The purple squid falls straight down off the stage. WarioWare uses the fairy bottle. Oh, God! It is a tie game, ladies and gentlemen. After Purple Inkling Squid had a 3-1 lead, now it is completely tied up. Anybody can win this now. What has Jimmy got to say about it?
Hey, DJ. Oh, yeah.
Oh, they're both winding up. Uh-oh, here comes the shark car. They both get hit. Smash ball in the air. Who is going to get the smash ball? If they even make it back onto the stage. My God. This is definitely one of the more exciting matches as we close out the round of 32. Who is going to win? This might be the most intense WarioWare stage. The most intense match on the WarioWare stage I've ever seen. Both of them get pricked! Both of them get pricked by the arrows. Oh my God! It's over! It is over! Oh my God, my voice is cracking. I've been recording all night. WarioWare pulls off the 3-1 comeback to close out the round of 32 and take the final spot in the Sweet 16. And the Purple Inkling Squid, unfortunately, will be going home. Wow. What a match to end off the round of 32. That was one of the best matches yet in this tournament. Oh, and with that, the round of 32 is finally over. Oh my God. I'm still in complete shock after how much how that last match ended. Let's cut down to the floor so I can give you guys a preview of the Sweet 16. Wow, that was a crazy round with some really intense matches. But now, the round of 32 is officially over, and here are your matchups for the Sweet 16. Let's go through them one by one. We have King K. Rool taking on Samus. Villager taking on former champion Link. Mario Toad versus Isabelle. Rob versus the Green Inkling Squid. Lemmy versus the new and improved Ganondorf. Larry versus Wedding... That's not Larry. That's Falco and Wedding Peach. I'm going to leave that in. Yoshi versus Ludwig. And Daisy versus WarioWare. Those are your matchups for tomorrow, the Sweet 16 of the 2026 Amiibo March Madness. See you guys tomorrow. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you for watching.